Ancient Rome is known for its sheer size and power, with a modern-day influence towards language, architecture, democracy, justice, and many more. But ancient Romans liked one thing more than war: food. Roman cuisine was infamous in ancient times, influencing many modern-day dishes found all over the Mediterranean. Apicius' cookbook, a piece that can give us an insight on what these Romans ate, showed very few desserts. Sugar, chocolate, and other sweet items used in our desserts had not been found in that day and age. Despite this information, Apicius still leaves a few desserts for us to experience. One of these is known as the little homemade sweet, or dulciaria. Dulciaria is essentially a nut and pepper stuffed date covered in honey and salt. Though it may sound peculiar, dulciaria was very popular in ancient Rome. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into the process and how to make this little sweet. To make this recipe at its best, you'll need dates, peppercorns, honey, and nuts. First, we'll start by cutting into our dates to a size enough for stuffing. Next, we'll take nuts and cut or mash them into smaller pieces to fit into our date. We, unfortunately, use seedless dates, which have smaller space to work with. We'll then stuff the nuts into our date. Now, this is where things can get a little weirder. Apicius does not explicitly state how pepper should be stuffed into the date, so we decided to make the peppercorns into an almost powder. We'll take these peppercorns and use a mortar to mash them into our almost powder. We can then take our pepper dust and stuff it into our dulciaria. Now, only a few steps remain. We must candy our dulciaria in honey. We get our pan to a simmer before pouring honey to cover the pan. The honey will begin bubbling, and that's when you know it is ready to be used for candying. Candying seemed to be difficult for us, so we decided to instead pour the honey onto our freshly made treat. And for the final touch, Apicius dates a little salt. And boom! Now you can eat dessert like the Romans once did.